All right. We are live, I hope. I am attempting to use StreamYard to see if we can get this going on both Facebook and YouTube Live. Hopefully, folks are there. If you're there, please give a comment so I can know that it's actually working. And then we will get going. All right. So it looks like we got a couple. Right, Cashbringer, how you doing? Let's see, Robert. No faith in the Supreme Court. Yeah, you're going to see that right now. All right, so apparently it's working. So we have finally the robed cowards that sit at the Supreme Court have finally decided what they're going to do with these 10 legitimate violations of the Second Amendment sitting before them. 10 cases. We'll go case by case, and I'll tell you what they decided to do. The first one was Mance v. Barr, and that's out of Texas, and that had to do with interstate sales. That is one of those cases they have kicked down the line week after week after week, and they decided to deny that case. So if you had any hope that you would have your rights restored regarding this scenario in Texas or anywhere else in the country, because it is a national case once it gets to the Supreme Court, nope, they have denied that case. We'll go next to Pena v. Horan, which had to do with microstamping in California, the same microstamping we just talked about day before yesterday. Well, microstamping is now allowed no matter what because the Supreme Court denied the case. So that technology that doesn't exist in our everyday common firearms, well, too bad, so sad, it's a requirement in California. Now that the Supreme Court has denied to take it up, you'll probably see it come up in other states. The third one was Rogers v. Gruel, and that is New Jersey, and that had to do with, that was carry permits and issuing and why they make you prove that you have to have a permit. Now, it's not good enough that it's a Second Amendment, and you can't say, I just want to protect myself. You had to prove basically that you were in immediate harm, and then they would take their time to decide if you should get a permit in that country of New Jersey. Well, they denied that case as well. So the illegal unconstitutional denials will continue in New Jersey with the consent of the United States Supreme Court by them denying to hear the case. Now, before we get too angry, stand by. We'll hear this out, but just stand by. There is something that we should hear. So then next was Gould v. Lipson, and that was another concealed carry case, and that was here out of Massachusetts regarding the licenses to carry and stuff like that, and how each chief of each town or city, they can really determine. Excuse me, almost choked. Who can? I'm talking about Massachusetts politics. I choked. Who can get a gun based off of a lot of factors, not just that you're an American citizen and you have that right. Well, they denied that case as well. So Massachusetts will continue to violate people's rights. Seolick versus New Jersey. This was another carry permit case out of Jersey, and they denied that case as well. Right? Why would they do anything to help stop the liberalism and the attack on firearms, especially now? Especially now, what's going on out there? They couldn't be pro Constitution now. Then we had Cheeseman versus Polillo, and that was another carry case out of New Jersey. They just said, so sad, too bad, we don't care about you in New Jersey. We're going to deny that case as well. Another one was a case that a lot of people, not just here in Mass, but nationwide, were hoping that they would at least take this case, and this is Werman v. Healy, another case here out of Massachusetts. It specifically went after the unconstitutional assault weapon ban, their term, not mine, and the magazine ban and magazine restrictions here in the states and 10-round state here. You know what? Why prove that these illegal governors and these illegal attorneys general are doing the wrong thing? We're just going to deny that case. So here in Massachusetts, we still live behind the Iron Curtain, I guess. Then Malpaso v. Palazzi was another carry case. This one was out of Maryland. And you know what? This is what the Supreme Court says. Screw them. We're not going to take that up either. We'll deny this case. The part that bugs me is, like, when did I do the first video when they actually had their first conference? It was like February. They should have just did it then instead of kicking it down the line so many times. But they're cowards, right? They're all cowards there. There are a couple that talk the game But we'll see. I haven't seen how many, what the roll call was on the conference, or who wanted it, and haven't s:seen any dissents yet. I was in my physical therapy appointment, and I did the check as soon as they posted it at 9:30, 9:31, I think it was, and was reading all of the cases they denied and stuff like that, and saw all 10 of these and just got angry, but I had to do my physical therapy and drove home, and this is where I came right here. So that Palazzi done. Culp v. Rual was that was a case for non-resident concealed carry permits in Illinois. You know what? If you enter the country of Illinois and you don't live there, you don't get your constitutional rights there. Nope. We're going to deny that case as well. Then we went. What was the next one we had there? So Illinois. Then we had Wilson v. Cook County, another case in Illinois. This had to do with assault weapons, and nope, we're not going to take that up either. We'll just we'll dismiss that, deny that case. We don't want to do our job here. We want to talk about things like Trump's financial records. That's what they want to talk about. Then we had Wilson v. Cook County, and then the last one, I thought it was all 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's all 10. The United States Supreme Court today denied all 10 pro Second Amendment cases in front of them. Disappointed. I figured there were one, maybe two that they might take up. But hey, they're cowards. There is, I don't know 100% on this case. I don't want to talk about the case too much, but there is a case coming through the district, the circuit courts right now that might end up here. And from the powers that be, that the lawyers that are on these cases, they tell me that is actually a better case than what we had here, like Werman v. Healy. And let me explain why. And I had to have them explain it to me too, because like I live here, and I don't want different standards for different people. I don't want, that gun can only have 10 rounds unless the magazine's 20 years old, and then you can have 20 rounds or 18 rounds or whatever. That makes no sense at all. It's arbitrary. To deny a firearm to citizens because it has a bayonet lug, just a chunk of freaking aluminum, literally a half-inch by a quarter-inch piece of aluminum, makes that gun illegal in not just this state but others. Makes no sense. But there is another case that is broader than the ones that are here, and my hope is that will be the one that they take up. But you know what? I have no faith in them anymore. Not that I had much anyway, but no, they didn't punt the cases. They denied the cases. Way to go, Supreme Court. Way to go. The country's crumbling around us, and why stand for it? Why keep people's rights? Well, why stomp on the tyrants who are violating them in these states? But that is what it is, I guess. That is the powers that be that have infiltrated what was supposed to be a trustworthy system. But it's politics. All right. Let me say hi to some people here now that I got that off my chest. Had a couple live videos here the last couple days unannounced. My apologies. Just the way things have been going, it's been easier for me to just do the live. It's been very busy. Don Burge, how we doing? Says, everything we're all being played. Yes. Yes, sometimes it definitely feels like that. Robert John Thomas says, these people do not represent me. There's a lot of us that feel that. See, James Hunter, better case how. I think I just led to that, and I'm not going to say the case, because once people that don't want these things to get up there maybe realize that what we might be focusing on, that it might not be there anymore, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Kerry says, of course they denied him. The court is more liberal now than at any time I can remember. A whole bunch of traitors. That is true. They haven't taken up the Supreme Court hasn't taken up a Second Amendment case in a decade. And that will continue, apparently. Let's see. Pew Pew Drew, I agree. Too much optimism and reliance on the court system to save us. Absolutely. A lot can be done this November, but we will see. Who's your patriot? How we doing? Says that's pure laziness and cowardice to deny hearing all the cases. They deny. If you stop paying attention to them, if you read this stuff they put out every week after conference, they deny a vast majority of stuff that's before them. They only pick out a few cases, and they when they do take a case, they want to take a case that. And I'm not defending these clowns, believe me, but when they take a case, they want it to be one that they can make a decision in one fell swoop and rectify every question, or try to rectify every major question out there. And to that point, yes, even take the Werman v. Healy case. Yes, if they did take that case up and shot it down, it would only bring Massachusetts back to where we were before July of 2016. Yeah, you could still buy AKs and ARs and copycats and duplicates, but you would still have to jump through hoops with 10-round magazines, pinned and non-adjustable stock, pinned and welded, muzzled. It can't even be a suppressor or a flash hider or anything like that. It had to be pinned and welded in your A2 bird cage, pretty much. No bayonet lug and anything like that. None of that stuff that's on every one of them that has ever been made from the beginning of time, when Armalite made the first. But so yeah, if they took that case and ruled that it was struck down, but it would only bring us back to that, infringement. It would still be that problem. And I understood that when I started pushing for this case and talking to folks in not only just the GOA, but in other big agencies that are in legal defense for this stuff. And they all said the same thing, like this might, while it's a good case on paper, it's not the case that can rectify stuff. And they're right, and it doesn't make this any better. But just want people to hear that, because sometimes I need to hear myself say that too, because I get so fired up. G23, good morning. How we doing? South Carolina paid for by Bloomberg and Soros. Yeah, and coming to a state near you quick as well. Let's see. John Archer, once again, we find ourselves under taxation without representation. It's been like that for quite a long time. In fact, let me tell you a story that I got sent to me. Put it on my personal Facebook. Massachusetts just finally allowed restaurants to open up outside. They have outside seating, but only so many, and you have to have coordinates, and so many people can fit in a certain area. It's ridiculous. But the couple of friends that I heard from in the last couple of days that they've been open, there's a PPE surcharge, and everything's reservation based, and if you don't show up, they fine you. The restaurant can fine you money. It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah. Let me see here. What do we got? Big Dre. Big Dre, I appreciate what you do. The Tyrants Must Go. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time. And thank you for the super chat. It's appreciated. Let's see. The Mooch says Massachusetts. You got that right. That they haven't found a tax that they don't like in this state. That's for damn sure. Who else we got in here? This is kind of flying by pretty quick because I'm on two platforms, so I'm trying to stop it and read them before it disappears. We got here Clorox bleach. You guys hear about Canada banning ARs? Canada they banned just about everything, including websites. That's how quick they were to knee-jerk react to try to get everything done. They banned a website, AR15.com. Let's see here. My apologies. I'm going to try to get to some of these here. All right, come on. It's refreshing. I apologize. Gary Jean, thank you. Says they have the easiest job in the world. Ridiculous. Yeah, yes and no. Yeah, I agree. Charles, thank you. Thank you for getting the news out. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jose Vasquez, what did I miss? The Supreme Court just denied every one of the Second Amendment cases that were before them. Every single one. Let's see. Why is this thing so laggy? All right, let's see. You'll say hi to a couple more if I can get this thing to stop. It's all garbled up over here on my end. Supreme Court ruled on an LGBT. You got to add the rest now. It's like Q and questioning and all that. Yeah, and I don't know. They handpick they handpick the cases they want, and you saw what they're taking up today. Problems in America start at the top, says Joseph Siebert. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Kavan, I appreciate everything you've done, man. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I mean, it's noonish here in Massachusetts, so people like are at work and stuff. So thank you. I appreciate it. John Sprott, thank you for the super chat. It's not coming on the screen. I appreciate it, man. Just keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Marita says Kentucky is fighting a tyrannical governor. Yes, many states are fighting a tyrannical governor. And the more the Supreme Court refuses to slap them in the derriere, the more power they perceive they have. Let's see. Double Dog, 0311 Double Dog, giving a shout out to everybody. How we doing? Heady Hand, vote red or be dead. This is definitely a big year, guys and gals. Not sure if you saw the numbers. I put them out in 2 videos now. Literally, other than the presidency, there are 435 seats in the United States House of Representatives, and every single one of them is up for election this year. 35 seats in the United States Senate, that's over a third, and 13 gubernatorial seats are up to governors. 11 of them are for states, 2 of them are for territories. This is a very big year, and there's a reason that the powers that be want you distracted, and they want people to be in fear and to not go out and vote, not to educate themselves about what these candidates are about. It's crazy. The Maz Jaws, thank you. Your work is incredibly valuable. Thank you. God bless you and your family. Cheers from DPRNY. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. Randy, hello from Georgia. Thank you. Hope you're not sweating too much down there. Charles Gavitt, thank you for getting the news out. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you all way more than you know. And I hope that if anybody here watched my live last night, I hope you understood where I was coming from. It's not typically the way I handle things, but I believe what I said needed to be said. So hopefully I didn't piss too many people off. Casey, no, you're great. I'm just an average Joe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Montana checking in. It's Casey. How we doing? Stanley. Yep, it's working. People are, retracting more and more as each headline hits the news, right? As the more they burn, the more they riot and scare people, the more it works. Let's see if we can get a couple from Facebook working. I'm trying. They're not popping up. Joseph Tucker Sr., how can we get information to you? And yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Yes, you can email me. It's gunsandgadgets@charter.net. That's my email to the channel. You can also send me messages through Messenger on the channel's Facebook. I get a lot of messages, so bear with me. If it's something like super important, put something in the title line, that it'll catch my attention. But I'm super busy and I don't spend a lot of time doing email. Sorry, but I usually get to them. Sometimes not for a day or two, but I usually get to them. Or I do get to them. I have my wife help me. That's how bad it is. Reloader 308 says Civil War is a talk of most folks in my area. Yep, you definitely hear that stuff. You hear Civil Wars. Some people are talking about revolutions and stuff like that. And Civil War, remember, is when people are fighting the ideology of another state or another individual fought for a group of people, where revolution is where you're against the government. Let's see. Buddy Porch says, simply said, a very large thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys and gals are the reason I do this, because if there's nobody interested in what's going on, then why would I talk to this screen? Lucid Dreamer, did Epstein kill himself? No, absolutely not. And I just started watching the Epstein documentary on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it's starting out like two or three episodes into it. It's pretty good, really good. If you have seen it, don't ruin it for me, please. I don't want to see. Actually, I know the ending because he didn't kill himself, but so it was pretty good so far. Robert Lenahan, we are not free. There's a lot of people that would confer with you, my friend. Jesus for Jesus. Seattle sucks anyway. Yeah, Seattle is definitely a very liberal area. And for the people who live there, for the normal folks, I'm sure there are some, I feel bad for them because their city council, their mayor, even the governor of the state has sold that area down the river right now. Muzz USMC, thank you for chiming in. Bloomberg is winning. How do we stop him? I did a speech actually and addressed this. I posted it yesterday on the channel. Just watch that speech. Let me know what you think about it. It says the Flag Day 2A rally motivational speech from June, I think it was 13th, but I put it out yesterday on the 14th. And I think I lay it out in there and how we can actually do something, but we have to be motivated. Ink Scars, got several. You're a huge blessing. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. What do we got? In our case, it's civil and revolutionary war, Gary. Yeah. Yeah, that's the... If things did pop off, it would be very, 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 very different than what people read in books from back in the days. They did more than kick the can, Benjamin John. They just denied to fix the wrongs. We'll put it that way. Moore's men started a militia and it's growing. Good, armed, and competent men ready to serve our fellow man with natural disasters, riots, and general service. We are the Mooresmen. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do. And train up. Train up, everybody. Train up. Stephen Ibarra from Michigan, how we doing? Thank you for spending some time here. Why do we listen to these clowns? I don't know. I don't listen to many of them. I don't listen to anybody anymore. It's getting rough. Let's see. Brian Rakes. Jared, Patreon supporter since the beginning. Thank you. You might be an average Joe. You go out of our way to make sure the rest of us know what's going on. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thanks for being a patron. And the Patreon supporters here on my channel are the lifeblood. They're you guys and gals are, you're the metal skeleton that holds us all together. I can't do literally any of this without the support of the community. So thank you. Any updates on Massachusetts LTC? It still sucks. And it will stay that way. If you're talking about the towns that aren't processing them, cities too, for new applicants, more on that soon. RGB nailed to a board, says Robert Lenahan. Yeah, it's like the Supreme Court's version of Weekend at Bernie's. All right, guys and gals, we are, where's the timer on this thing? 25 minutes almost. I am sorry to keep you that long, but I just wanted to tell everybody the 10 cases that the Supreme Court had been, putting that carrot in front of us and leading us down the line week after week after week so we could have hope maybe, and hope that the system, the way it used to be, would work once. Negative. They denied all 10 of them, every single one of them. So if you're listening for your case, Mance v. Barr, denied. Pena Horn, denied. Rogers Gruel, denied. Gould Lipson, denied. Sealick in New Jersey, denied. Cheeseman Polillo, denied. Werman Healy, denied. Malpaso Palazzi, denied. Culp Rowall, denied. And Wilson v. Cook County, denied. And that is the judicial system we have now. So thank you all. I'm so grateful to have you guys and gals. Really am. If you're not a member, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are a member, get some folks that are like-minded with us or people who are new gun owners in this community. There's a lot of them, like 5 million new gun owners, if you believe the statistics. So show them the best place to get Second Amendment news so that they'll be aware of what the anti-gunners, both sides of the aisle, are looking to do. I appreciate you all way more than you know. Thank you. Sorry for bugging you midday on a Monday, but I just had to get this out there. Till we see each other again, everybody, thank you again. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and it's still Monday, so get some Blackout coffee because they are awesome, and it's a great family. Take care, everybody.